Let's take a moment just to look at the different types of forum which are available to you when you're establishing a forum on your Moodle page. Now, as with anything else in Moodle, there isn't much permanency to this. If you decide afterwards that you want to change the way your forum's running, you can come into the settings for this forum after the fact and alter the type that you're using. The default type will probably suit most people's needs, and that's the standard forum for general use. How it works is that there are very little restrictions or limits on how often a student can post either discussion topics or indeed replies to those discussion topics. The only limits there are those that you establish during the setup of the forum. So if you decide, for instance, to impose a restriction on how many posts a student can produce within a certain amount of time, those will still apply, but by and large the forum itself imposes no restrictions. Students can post as often as they want and as much as they want. Click on this little drop down arrow, though, we'll see there's lots of different types of forums we can choose. The top one here, a single simple discussion, provides more focus in a forum. When the forum is established, the tutor chooses one single discussion topic. The option to add any more discussions are then locked. It's not possible. Users of the Moodle page can only reply within that one single discussion topic and no others. So in other words, it focuses the Moodle users on the discussion topic that you have chosen. Then we have the option where each person posts one discussion. This is useful to stop a forum from sort of spiralling out of control and there being tens of different posts on tangential topics which are not really of any use to you, purely because it restricts the students to posting only one discussion. So it's not so useful if, for instance, you want to establish a forum whereby students can ask questions about their homework or whatever the case may be, because they're limited to this one discussion each. But it is useful if you want them to share a very focused view on something and you want to try and keep them within the confines of the topic. Then next we have a question and answer forum, or Q&A forum. This type of forum is useful to tease information out of students who might normally be reserved and might normally wait to see what others say before they share their own thoughts. The way a question and answer forum works is when a discussion is established, a student is free to go in and reply to that discussion. However, they will not be able to see what all of their peers have replied with until they themselves post their thoughts. So initially the student will only see the discussion topic itself, but then once they've shared their opinion on the topic or provided an answer to that topic, they'll be able to see what everyone else has said in response to that discussion topic. And finally, we have a standard forum displayed in a blog-like format. All of the rules of the standard forum are exactly the same as the standard forum for general use. It's just displayed slightly differently in visual terms. Instead of there being buttons that say things like reply, instead there's a button that says discuss this. So it just maybe encourages students a little more to jump into the forum and to chat about different topics. Just with it being displayed in that slightly different and probably a little more accessible fashion. So that's all the different types of forums covered, but when you come to set yours up, if you need a little more information on the different types of forums, or you've forgotten what's been provided in this video, you can click on this little question mark circle here, and it gives you information on the 5 different types of forums, and you can read over that again before you post your forum.